My name is Cheryl Lewis, and I'm here today to talk about the fire that I was in and the man that saved my life. The date of the fire was November 4th, and I had just gone to bed. It was about 8:30, 8:45. And I got up and went to the bathroom, and I smelled smoke. And I decided to go down the hall and look into the living room to see if, I tried to follow where the smell was. And I noticed the table was on fire. And as I stood there for just a few seconds, it jumped and hit the drapes, and then it jumped and hit the wall. And before I could move, the whole living room was engulfed.
Just so happens on this day, November 4th, 2015, my wife and I were sitting at home on the couch, typical evening, watching television. My son Christian came downstairs and he said, "Dad, I think something's wrong across the street, the neighbors, Cheryl and Charlie's." And I said, "What's the matter?" He said, "I think the house is on fire." So I jumped up, I went to my front window, and I can see the glow in the window of their living room. So I hollered at my wife and told her to call 911 that the house is on fire across the street. And I ran out the door.
I went back down the hallway into my bedroom to try to save my dog. I had a boxer and he had been in my bedroom on the bed. I was pulling him down the hallway. My husband asked if I was okay, and I said, "I'm coming." So he thought I was following him out the door.
We seen Charlie out the back door, smoke coming all everywhere, and the front window blew out about that time. So I said, we ran up to Charlie and I said, Charlie, where's Cheryl, where's Cheryl? And Charlie was so disillusioned, he didn't know what was going on. He was trying to go back into the house. And so I told my son, I could hear Cheryl in there screaming, I'm burning, I'm burning.
As I went down the hallway and my husband went out the door, I looked and saw the smoke, the fire coming, the backdraft. I turned this to the left and the backdraft hit my whole right side. I was on fire and trying to fight the fire. The dog got scared, pulled out of the collar, and went back into my room. I was trying to put my fire out. I looked down and the skin was rolling off my arm. And I didn't feel any pain at that time. I guess I must have been in shock. I don't remember too much, except I remember thinking, if I go back there, I can't jump out the window. It's too high in my room. And I don't think I could pick that 100-pound dog up. So I tried to go out and get out the door.
And I hollered at her and I said, Cheryl, and I don't know if she heard me or not, but she says, I'm burning. So I tried to go in, and it was really hot and smoky. So I dropped down to my knees. I didn't know where she was. And I could see the fire coming from the hallway into the kitchen. So as I was crawling in, I couldn't see nothing. Like I said, it was hot. I ran into her about halfway down into the kitchen, and I tried to pull her out, and I couldn't pull her out by her arms. So I said, Cheryl, hug me like a bear, and we'll get out of here. So I crossed over her, and I said it again, hug me like a bear. That's when she reached up and grabbed me.
But then I heard a voice, a loud voice say, hug me like a bear. And it was my neighbor. He had come into the burning kitchen to pick me up and take me out. He was a very, very small man, and he was able to pick me up and carry me out. And how he did it, I don't know. But then when we got outside in the carport, he took my hands, I put them over my head, and he drugged me to safety. He took me to his yard.
And I could feel the fire. It was fast, it was coming fast, and it was rapidly intensifying. And I said, Cheryl, we got to get out of here. We're going to burn up. So I picked her up about halfway, and I was moving her to the door. And as soon as we got out through the door, I seen the turn around, I seen the fire shoot out the back door. And I pulled her over into the grass and hollered for my wife, because she's a nurse, to come help me. I think Cheryl had been burnt.
That's about all I remember, except I remember Merrill. I remember him so vividly picking me up. And I'm just so happy that he was there.
I just couldn't let this woman die in that house.
I don't know what I would have done. I guess I would have just lied there and burned. But he saved me, and he is truly a hero in my eyes. He's a wonderful, wonderful man, and I'm sorry, but he is a wonderful, wonderful man, and I'll be indebted to him for the rest of my life.